glorious introduction. Uh, I would like to start by welcoming you all for this homecoming and telling you the poems I'm about to read. They come from a collection of poetry that is not yet published. I decided not to read the published works because this collection speaks to the hearts of all and sundry. The collection is a collection which is written collaboratively with other poets, and it is titled Love Letters to Our Brothers, to Our Black Brothers and Sisters. And the poem I'm going to start with is entitled Our Task. And our task reads very simply: Dear brothers and sisters, we are here to share both pins and needles in our hearts planted after the raid in which you became good for market good for years, and lies left you unaware. These pins and needles we carry from them came and fell on us to keep you far from our stone, with hopes host to shine top in form, when we shall meet anew without problem, now that we both perceive the divider. Won't we just let the spring come kill our thirst, or again will we set ourselves on fire and make the day for our foe the admirer, who to embrace the skies shall jump the first? With raucous laugh we jump into the pyre. That's the first poem, and I would go on to the next immediately, which is titled Twisted. Don't take the title Twisted that the poem is in itself twisted, but it is about something that we are very used to, and we know nowadays we live in the era of alternate facts, history distorted, and tales that are told to suit different purposes. But just like every poet, I think the poet is a historian of sort and tells history or corrects history when needs be. And Twisted reads, the black woman I know would not part from her child without tears. And here I am told from her memory cushion her, she had sold her tender loins fruitlets to a demon, and battered her chest she had gained freedom. Yet this black woman I know would grow old and not turn her back when cared for as mold. Far from the fold she had woven for kingdom, now cast and thrown far afield to pick decay. That dream with brush painted to leave her one in their world with wish. She and fruitlets clashed and blazed the trail for the erection of sway, to crown with swan's head the black woman upright, wholesome black gold up unabashed. Thank you. The poem I'm going to read, it has a little backstory, and I would like to share the backstory because I remember It was back in 2007. I'm teaching at Deakin University in Australia, and I was following the activities in the US very, very closely. And on the day Barack Obama announced his candidacy for the presidency, that he was going to run, an Australian journalist interviewed Rupert Murdoch and asked him, now that we have a full lineup of the Democrats, who do you think would win the elections? And Rupert Murdoch, in an ironic twist or a sarcastic twist, turns around and said, Barack Obama, of course. And the journalist asked him, why Barack Obama and why of course? He snapped and said, the boy will sell my papers. So I wrote this poem as my take on that reductive statement, reducing the potential first black president to a newspaper vendor. And this is what I wrote as newspaper vendor. I said, poor little black boy. You see, rich white boy in that White House had sat and it made mogul sad when papers he didn't sell, and he was sent to hell. But after 8 years of loyalty, time for your responsibility. As ye defended civil rights, when their world did put up mad fights, to have us peddle in the back streets that they thought good for us in their sheets of the newspapers, they would you sell today, just as we would through you, our voice had a say. Poor little black boy, don't mind being a vendor, just be who you are. Let known your way bar, you have led the way, we won't try to stray. For their thorns you have turned quick, as tides do return the lame dog. We wear clothes they had us wear. History none wants to hear, overwhelmed with big fear to be in those shoes, rightfully paying their dues. For when we were brought there, they sold and bought us at will, and we had none. We had none, which has since changed the deed alone. And you at the helm now sit, with our heart's desire, hit with a gentle touch, shining light like touch for a cruise on this trail. Parents' hope never fail. The sweat and blood they had bled, dreaming for us, buttered bread as communion for their pain that has freed us from their strain. All right, that ends that session. And let me finish with a lighter note. And this poem is entitled The Throes of Bliss. And the Throes of Bliss reads, here I muse about the rhyme, where all thought is on a dime, and give birth to my grime's crime. Publicans, newt and meat's fold, slave on my want to be told, or should I be in the cold? For their bath in the lucre, in hope I hail the master. I see of disaster. Hell bent with their hands, with my hands, I dig my resting place like a pig with its snout would dig for a twig, with which in bliss it revels, while the fool doth us rebels to be crushed and fed gravels. Thanking you very kindly. I would certainly release the stage for the next reader. Thank you very much.